Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome to some Naval Strike Domination, where I made a change to my everyday AEK setup. See a couple guys behind a tin? Don't worry, you can give the hose right through them. And on the opposite side of that, you can get the hose through the tin. So be very careful how you position. The only thing that's going to block any rounds is those yellow guardrails. So be very careful. Don't have a false sense of confidence. And here's a spot where a bad habit actually works out, where I actually go to spot somebody in hip fire and can't go ADS because of the delay. Right here. That's right. The old 2-bullet hip fire headshot. Obviously, he was being shot at by somebody else, more than likely a couple people, but I got lucky. But that's a bad habit, and that's gotten me killed countless times, whether somebody's 8 feet away or 80 feet away. You get stuck in that hip fire position, then of course your gun is going to behave like it's in hip fire. You're going to get all the negative characteristics, added spread, and not a lot of good things happen in that situation besides death. So what change did I make to my AEK? Well, you probably could see it right there. That is an angled grip. This is somebody glitching while vaulting, which happens a lot of times on that B point or these outer edges. So if you've got a clean shot, if you don't think anybody's looking at you, wait. Wait until they vaulted and then shoot at them, because they're more than likely going to eat a bunch of bullets or the hit registration is just going to be off. It's just happened too many times. So I've really altered the way I play that. And here's a guy that I can't shoot through the tin. Those tins on the backside cannot be shot through, but they look completely different. If you notice, the tins before were a very silver color, very shiny. These are not. These are very dark and flat, and you cannot shoot through those. So I'm trying to work the outsides. We've got one flag, and I'm in trouble. I'm worried somebody's trying to sneak around on me, so I'm just going to fall back and then try to help a C flag, which is flashing right now, and at that point, I couldn't tell. So the angle grip. What do I like about this? Well, it reduces the first shot recoil by 33%. The AEK is a beast up close. You cannot argue that. That 900 rate of fire, a decent reload, just melts faces. But the weakness of this weapon is longer ranges and, of course, medium ranges. But with the angled grip, it allows for precise bursts at many of these ranges. A lot of these gunfights, if you see once I get going and once I figure out the burst pattern, you'll see just one burst and somebody flop over like a sack of potatoes. Or you'll see me try to microburst it. If you try to microburst it, you cannot go wrong at the longer ranges. And that's what it really needs to be successful. But at the medium ranges, sometimes there's a perfect burst. If you get it right, they will simply drop. And you see me struggling with that a couple times. If I see multiple targets, I'm going to try to microburst as much as possible. Now, these are the tins you can be shot through. See how those look? All the catwalks all the way across. See that finish? See the nice little design on those? That's the design of death. Don't let that fool you. That shouldn't be a false sense of confidence. So don't worry about if somebody's head glitching on those tins or on those catwalks. Just shoot through it. You've got all that room to work with. Just make sure you try not to bolt action one of the yellow pipes that's hiding from you on the backside. And unless you've got an RPG, I don't think you can knock them off. So I'm trying to play a defensive position because I don't want these guys out of C. And that's what I try to work this entire round. Working the outskirts for the most part. Because if you look behind me on the minimap, I've got one friendly. Now there's a couple in front of me, but I had one friendly. That's a free pass for them to get to B or A. And here's the problem when you all cap a team when you're playing domination on this map, and most of the domination maps, if not all the domination maps, is I'm trying to switch out to find ammo, because I've been chirping in chat, ammo, 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 please, because it's really hard to find. I pick up an AEK, couldn't find mine. It's got an angle grip, and my old school favorite from Battlefield 3, the Cobra Optic. So I try to figure out my pistol. It's the M9, and away we go. I don't know what's on his barrel. Might not be anything. Could be something, but we're going to go with it. At least it's got the angle grip, so I'm going to try to shoot it much of the same way. So whenever you 3-cap, it flips the spawn. So as quickly as we got C, now A's flashing. Now, if your whole team is pushing, like the majority of ours was, they're going to get A for free, basically. Then you're more than likely going to have to turn around or just simply get shot in the back because they're going to have B. It seems, for the most part on this map, the fight is never really on B for the majority of the round like you think it would be. It's in these little hallways right here on both sides. These are your bottlenecks on this specific map. Now, I'm trying to push the point. Always ADS when you have the ability to, and then I get caught reloading when I shouldn't have. Go down swinging. Whenever you're using a weapon in Battlefield 4, it's all about standing still and shooting. It gives you the least amount of spread and, of course, the best time to kill if your aim is on point. Now, if you're taking fire or shit's hitting the fan, strafing is not going to hurt you because it might mean you surviving and then dying. But just know your bullets aren't going to be perfect on target. Now, here's another example of some lunging going around. Some of the vaulting where I probably should have waited, but then again, I don't exactly know when he can shoot me. And there, just bursting, bursting, bursting. And there's the medium burst that I was talking about. One little 8 or 9 round hose. And of course, whenever you're trying to play with any weapon in the game, try to reload before you get on empty, because it can add a brutal reload to your weapon. And of course, some weapons are different. Some it's just a couple tenths of a second. Some it's a full second, like the FAMAS. It's 2.5 or so on 1 in the mag or chamber, and then of course 3.5, which is very, very painful. And here you see where I get in a mid position where you've got to worry about these little sniper holes up in the wall above you, which I can't see yet because I'm still fighting with these guys, but there's always people in these little sniper nests. There, you can see it right there on the right. A couple guys, some 320 action going on. Not quite the LVG yet, but I was actually surprised at how spam-free this map is once you get to the B point, which is nice. It doesn't really have that crazy metro or locker feel or a lot of the rush points once you get close to the mini-map. And there's another one I spot before I ADS. So instead of being able to fire, I have to back up. I might have been able to gauge that person at that range if I was already ADS, but of course I was hip fire, so there was the spot. That is my habit I'm trying to change. And here's some more microbursting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video using the AEK with the angled grip. I find it extremely effective. This is my new go-to setup for the AEK because it doesn't need help close range. So I'm trying to make it stronger at the medium and long ranges. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys soon.